No.
We're live. Hi, I'm Jana Short, founder of Health Influencers, and today I'm interviewing Alex and Karen Herrera with Palm Organix. I am so grateful to have the opportunity to go live for the next 3 weeks. Every 3 months, I do this and I introduce some pretty incredible global influencers. And today, I'm really excited to introduce these two global leaders in education on CBD oils. They have set the bar when it comes to the industry standards on quality education and good old-fashioned VIP service. Thank you, Karen and Alex, for being with us today.
Thank you, Jana, for having us. We are excited and happy to be here.
Well, you guys know how excited I am to have you because I knew nothing about CBD oils and I was stuck with all those stigmas, and your education is, I'm telling you, you're setting the bar for how people educate on CBD oils.
Yeah, thank you. We take a lot of pride in that, and we try to feel that the more we can educate the consumers on the benefits of CBD oil and making sure that know what's a good quality and where to look for good CBD oils and companies, and that's what they're looking for. They're looking for education.
Well, Alex, I'm going to start with you. Can you just tell us a little bit about your background? Because I know you didn't think one day I'm going to be in the CBD oil business for sure.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd end up here. So I would say I'm a pretty regular guy. I'm 50 years old, married, obviously Karen. I have 4 children, and my career, I guess I like to call it my past. In my previous life, I worked on Wall Street. I was one of those guys you'd see on CNBC running around on the trading floors, and I did that till about 2008, 2009, and then I morphed out of that industry, and I was doing what they call third-party capital raising. So I was raising money for investments. I was investing my own money. And then I ended up here in the world of CBD.
I'm actually grateful that you did. So Karen, tell me a little bit about your background, because I know you don't like being in front of the camera, but you're the people person. You're the person in your brick and mortar place that people come to see. And I want them to see that when they come here and listen to what you guys have to tell us. So tell us a little bit about your background.
Yeah, that's true. I do like working with people one-on-one at our retail location and just answering their questions, helping to educate them on CBD in general and what to look for. I started my career in the healthcare field. I worked in long-term care for a while, and then took some time off to raise 4 kids. Now they're getting a little bit older, and I was just itching to get back into somewhere in the healthcare field. Wasn't really sure what it was. I know I like working with people. I like helping people. And then Alex and I kind of collaborated, and he was seeing what was going on in the whole cannabis industry. And we started discovering CBD as an alternative holistic healthcare alternative for people to use. And we thought, you know what, let's delve into this and really, come up with something good, some way we can help people and make sure that they're getting the best, the highest quality. They have a place they can get an education, all those great things.
Well, that's exciting. And I'm telling you what the two of you have created is truly setting the bar for people in the CBD oil world, because you're not just a store, right? You're not just a shop. You became so much more. So I want to go over some common questions that I had as not being even aware of all the stuff you've educated on me. But some of the questions we get are, what's the difference between hemp seed oil and CBD oil? Can you answer that?
Yeah, that's actually a very common question, and it's actually one of my favorite questions because CBD comes from, generally speaking, the CBD comes from the hemp plant. And so sometimes people interchange the words hemp and CBD, but there is a little bit of, I guess we can call it a little bit of a trick going on in the industry where people are selling what's called hemp seed oil, which is extremely different than hemp extract and CBD. Hemp seed oil is nothing more than taking the seeds of the plant and they press it into like an olive oil. And so it's high in omega fats, but it's been legal forever and has very little medicinal value. Maybe it's good for your skin, but I think what the industry is happening is people are tricking people into thinking they're buying CBD when they sell them hemp seed oil. So there's a huge difference. So if you're looking for, relief from pain or anxiety, hemp seed oil is going to do you no good. You want to be buying hemp extract or CBD products.
So that is great to know, because I didn't understand that until you were able to explain to me. I thought they were all created equally. And one of the questions that we get all the time, and it's one I have, I can't drive a vehicle. I'm told I'm going to get all these crazy hallucinations from using hemp seed oil or using, CBD oil. Is that true?
Well, it's not true. CBD oil, in order to be sold legally in the United States, has to have less than 0.3% THC content. And THC is the molecule, the element of marijuana that makes people high or hallucinate or would impair them from driving, that type of thing. So that 0.3% is very low and will not affect most people to drive or do any of the things of their daily activities. One thing they can look for, though, is a broad spectrum CBD product, because that will then have zero THC, not even the 0.3%. So if they would feel more comfortable using a zero THC product, definitely look for a broad spectrum product, because then there's no chance of any THC in the system at all.
That's what we happen to sell, actually.
Yeah.
We sell a broad spectrum product that has zero THC.
So what are some of the benefits of using CBD oil for those who don't know? Like, I have a friend who uses it for migraines. I have another one that uses it for inflammation. I have somebody else who uses it for sleep. What are some of the benefits that you can get from using CBD oil?
Sure. So, I'll answer the question, with giving you like a real-time example. So in our store, and Karen can speak to this also, I would say that people generally come in the store for two reasons. One is we call the mental side of the equation. So that would be the migraine you mentioned, the anxiety, the stress, the depression. Those are all the mental sides that we call of CBD's benefits, or people looking for relief. And then the other half of the people come in for pain, and they come in for arthritis, carpal tunnel, sciatica, etc. So generally it's about 50-50, people looking for either pain relief or relief from stress and anxiety, let's call the mental side. And but CBD works with the body. It's all natural. It comes from a plant, as we mentioned. You can't take too much of it. You can't overdose on CBD. And the 30,000-foot definition of how it works is CBD is a phytocannabinoid. The human body has an endocannabinoid. So think phyto as in high school biology, plants. So you're taking a plant cannabinoid into the human body's endocannabinoid system, and it supercharges the body's ability to heal itself. Or they like to say, it brings the body into homeostasis or balance. So it's helping the body heal itself naturally, is the short answer.
So one of the things I learned recently from someone we both know is I thought that if I had a headache, I would take it, or if I had joint pain, I would take it and it would immediately go away. And she was like, you have to use that consistently and let it build up in your system to get really good results from it. And I wasn't aware of that. Is that true?
Yeah, that's definitely true. We tell people to look at it more like a dietary supplement. That's something that you would take every day. It does do better once it builds up into your system. And then you start to feel the benefits of pain release, or you feel stress levels going down. And we have to let people know too, not to get frustrated, because sometimes it may take a week or two before it's built up in your system and you really start to feel any benefits. And then again, we educate to say, if you're really not feeling anything after a week or two, you might need a higher dosage per day or higher serving amount. On general, most people take about 25 milligrams a day, and they feel that works for them. But some people are very sensitive, and 10 milligrams a day is all they need. Other people can go as high as 100, 125 milligrams if they're really battling something, excruciating. It's very individual. It's a little bit based on height and weight, and a little bit on how sensitive that person's chemical makeup is or system.
Good to know, because I didn't know that. So now I do. So I want to talk about does it even matter where you get your products from? Because I know right now that is a big trend in the US, because it's now legal and everybody's into CBD oil, and they're growing it without any restrictions in their backyards all over the place, right? From other countries. Does it even matter?
So that's actually the most important thing. And so you asked me about my background. And so one of the reasons, or the reason we started this Palm Organix, was because we were looking for an investment opportunity in the CBD world, and we couldn't find the right blend of either a strong management team. So we found some strong management teams with poor quality products, or we found okay product with good managers. We couldn't find both sides of the equation. So we decided, kind of like, let's just do it ourselves. So we worked backwards. So we went, and we're not the only, we don't use the only great supplier. There's a handful of really good suppliers, but who you buy your hemp from is the most important step in the process. I get 100 phone calls a week, people trying to sell me cheaper hemp or cheaper CBD. And I always tell them it's not about the price, it's about the quality. So what good is it if it doesn't work? So to answer your question, you want to be looking for, in our opinion, a USA supplier of hemp. European hemp and Asian hemp is known to be inconsistent in THC levels and CBD levels. So it's not consistent quality. You want to go with a USA-based hemp supplier. Big states that grow hemp is Colorado, Kentucky, Oregon are really well known for their hemp supplies. So the better quality hemp, the better quality CBD. We use a supplier that grows a PCR hemp, it's called phytocannabinoid rich. Our hemp is considered to be 2 times stronger than the average hemp. So we have a high quality, very potent hemp. So the answer is yes, you want to go with a reputable supplier.
Perfect, which brings me to me, one of the most important things you do. Can you explain what third-party testing is? And when I go for any kind of supplements or, I use essential oils, I'm always looking for that third-party testing.
Yeah, so that is super important. Like, you're hitting all the questions that people should ask. So when we buy our product from our supplier, they deliver us either finished goods or they supply us with raw oils or powders, which we use to make our products. When the supplier gives us our product, it comes with what's called a certificate of quality assurance. And that's where it's tested to make sure there's no leads, no pesticides, no metals. They're also testing for levels of CBD, the potency, and they're also making sure that there's no THC in it. When we get the product and they give us these reports, we don't stop there. We say, okay, let's call BS. Let's make sure that it is what it is. We send it out to a third-party lab that's tested a second time. So now we're going to double confirm that we have a high-quality product with no lead, no metals, no fillers. There's no THC because our brand has no THC in it. And the CBD levels are what we say they are. So meaning you buy a 900 milligram CBD bottle, it's been tested twice to make sure you're getting 900 milligrams. Super, super important. We take all that information, we put it on a QR code on our bottle. It's also available on our website. It's also available physically in our store. So we are self-policing. The industry is not FDA approved, so we self-police ourselves. And we like to think that we set the bar higher than everybody else, making sure we're getting high quality products.
Thank you for explaining that, because again, I think that's one of the most important things that you guys are doing. Not to mention, like, they have the best VIP service. They have the quickest service. How many of you have ordered something and waited like 10 days to get it? Like, they are phenomenal at their VIP service. Do you guys want to talk a little bit about what your customers mean to you?
Yeah, I will. I'm going to turn it over to Karen, but I'm going to say that just to give you an idea, we had 2 different outsourced fulfillment centers that neither one of them met our standards. So we actually got a warehouse and we do it ourselves. We have our own team. We ship same day, but I'll let Karen talk about it.
Yeah, in the day and age of Amazon, most people expect to get their packages, Amazon Prime within a day or 2. And so we know that that's people's expectation and we want to live up to it. So we do, our orders will go out if it's placed before 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, it'll go out that same day. Monday through Friday. So that helps for a lot of people because they know as they start to get low on their products or whatever that, if they waited to the last minute, well, there's a good chance once they order, they're going to get their supply within 2-3 days max. So they don't have to panic that they're going to run out and then have to go for a week or 2 because we kind of already talked about how important it is to keep it in your system, keep those levels going and taking it every day. We're also available by phone Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 to answer any questions. We help people put orders over on the phone. We also put an order in on the phone for somebody if they're just not, having difficulty using the computer, things like that. We encourage people to reach out to us either through the social media or through email. We answer every email that comes in to try and guide people on what products we think would be best to suit their needs or what their healthcare goal is. So I really enjoy that part of it, the customer service and making sure that somebody is happy with the products that they purchased, that they got them quickly, that they got what they wanted, that they got what we said that they were going to get. So.
Yeah, don't let Karen fool you. If you email her on a Sunday morning with a question, she answers it in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, I do that too a lot of times.
I know, and I love that about you because you do not get that kind of service anymore, anywhere. So I love that. And Karen, thank you so much, because I'm going to finish with this question because I forgot to ask it earlier. But people are buying tons of CBD oil on Amazon. Are they?
They absolutely are not. Every once in a while, a company might try and get their products up there, but they get shut down immediately. And what you're most likely seeing on Amazon is what we talked about earlier, is hemp seed oil. Hemp seed oil can be sold on Amazon, and it's usually much, much less expensive than real CBD oil. But it's bottled and packaged to look like it could be CBD oil, whether it's, the cannabis plant or, things like that on there to kind of trick the consumer, or even, there's 10,000 milligrams or 1,000 milligrams of hemp seed oil. Some of that terminology also tends to trick consumers into thinking, oh, this is the real thing. But you can't buy it on Amazon, and
it's illegal on Amazon.
Yeah.
Yes,
and other, eBay and those other outlets too, that they are just not selling real CBD products on their platforms.
So there's another myth we took care of for all of you who are getting it on Amazon, saying this doesn't work because it's not CBD oil.
Use that stuff from Amazon in your salad, not for medicinal value.
Exactly. I just love that you guys are such great educators, which is why I enjoy working with you so much. They were featured in Best Holistic Life magazine. They're on tons of podcasts. Like, they have become the voice of CBD oil education, quality, like, again, setting the bar above everyone else. So do you guys want to tell us how people can find you?
Absolutely. So we, as Karen mentioned, we ship coast to coast, all 50 states, including Hawaii and Alaska. We ship same day, and our website is www.palm, P-A-L-M, Organix, O-R-G-A-N-I-X. So it's Palm as in palm leaf, Organix with an X.com. And if you happen to be in the New York City tri-state area, we have a retail brick and mortar shop at the Palisades Center Mall, which is in West Nyack, New York. It's I think it's considered to be one of the top 10 biggest malls in the country. We're located there by Macy's on the first floor. We also sell wholesale to some of the nicest spas in the country. We have some national brands that carry our products. So we are slowly getting our word out there.
So we did have a couple questions that were typed in. So one of the questions was, isn't it crazy our bodies have their own cannabinoids receptor systems? I think it is. And I'm really grateful for that, by the way.
Yeah, I think that's something that I don't think that's something that's been known for a long, long time in the medical field. I think it's just been recently, I don't know how recently, like last week, but it's been in the last several years they've discovered that the body's endocannabinoid system heals itself, and that wasn't something that people were aware of.
And the person is saying they love it for sleep.
Yeah.
So one of the things that people comment all the time for is, I can't sleep. And it's funny, we know these things because people tell us. We have a store. Most people don't have a store. So we have a store and they tell us, I can't sleep. And then we've heard for years now that the reason you can't sleep is because my son smashed the car. My job stinks. My boss is a jerk, or I have a test tomorrow. So your brain is racing, and CBD just tends to calm you down, and it makes you a little bit more relaxed. And then people sleep like crazy.
Right. So it doesn't really make you sleepy or drowsy. So, you're fine to take it first thing in the morning, and it helps you stay calm and focused throughout the day. But when you take it at night, it just gives you that calm kind of feeling, focused, and allows your mind to kind of just rest a little bit. But it doesn't give you like a drowsy, you take CBD and you fall asleep 10 minutes later.
That was the first thing I noticed, though, was my quality of sleep. I literally could fall asleep anywhere, anytime, standing up, laying down, sitting down. So I'm one of those really lucky people, but the quality of sleep I get is not necessarily the best. And I wake up feeling really refreshed. Like, I have been waking up feeling like I really got an amazing several hours of sleep. So I noticed that the very first thing that's what I noticed.
Yeah.
Yep. And I will tell you too, Jenna, there's lots of ways you can take CBD. We sell, 25 different SKUs. We have tinctures, which are the oils. We have soft gels. We have gummy bears are hugely popular. We have topicals that people use to, do spot-specific treatment for, say, carpal tunnel. We have a pet line. We have an energy drink line. We have all kinds of really cool products that people could explore. And so you can take it how you like to take it. Some people say, you know what, I don't want to be bothered with the tincture. I just want to take a soft gel every morning with my high blood pressure medication, whatever. So there's a way for everybody to take it. It's how you prefer to take it. It doesn't matter really which way you choose.
Well, thank you guys for joining us today. And I would definitely recommend connecting with these experts, because everyone knows I don't really deal with product. These experts were above and beyond the top of what you are finding out there. So definitely connect with them on their website. Ask questions. If you have questions like I did and you know very little about CBD oils, or you know a lot and you're just looking for a really good quality, I would definitely connect with this incredible couple. So thank you guys so much for being with us today.
Thank you for the opportunity,
Thank you,
Jana.
Jana.
We appreciate it.
Yes.